It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Washington Commanders and the Green Bay Packers, and it's coming up next.
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jayden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. The motion man here is McClure. Man who spent his first 7 NFL seasons here in Green Bay. Here's Aaron Jones. And he'll have a Commander's first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
He finds the big tight end. That's Gerald Everett. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll put Everett in motion here. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On play action, Daniels. He's got his big target, Everett. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, Sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. He's got it at the 7, and he will score. Terry McLaurin, touchdown Commanders. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg, able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Now the try for an extra point. It's up and through. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Ladd McConkey to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Deron Payne there for the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Love. That's caught downfield by Harrison. They get 20 on the connection. Good for a Green Bay first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
1st and 10. We'll go play action with Love. We'll go right back to Harrison. He's got him again. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run right here with Chubb. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Chubb. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal. It's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
On second down, Love. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. His kick is good. And the Packers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to see the football for the second time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
Devin Witherspoon with the tight coverage as he knocks it away.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Love. He'll go down. They drop him for the sack on the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Third and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
I'm always curious how defenses come back on the field after allowing a touchdown on the previous possession, and so far I'm liking what I see. There's no heads being held low. There's no dwelling and thinking back to that last drive. They've come out and completely dominated this next possession.
On fourth down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. On the return, it's Moore. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's a hit, and he has lost the football. But he'll gather it back in.
And man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate that ball bounced right back to him. He's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game.
So that'll move them back half the distance, and they'll try it again.
Still second down.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. A quick slant looked in by Moore. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Commanders about to send this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They send him right out of the slot. On play action, Love. Down the field, it's Evans. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Love. He pulls it in around the 5. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the...
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Nick Chubb, touchdown Packers. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. The Commanders offense ready for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. That's complete to Moore on the right side. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll throw with Daniels. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Now Daniels. He finds his big tight end, Everett. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
They'll run it here with Jones. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Washington. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Extra point attempt still to come. It's up and good. And the Commanders will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Packers offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Love to throw. He keeps it himself. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the 1st half. That one picks up a 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Love. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Stephon Gilmore there defensively to break it up.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Pass complete there to Harrison. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? They'll go for it. Love. Taking off. He'll try to get. He is in. Touchdown, Green Bay. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Packers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. Toward the boundary, Rice bringing it in.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Daniels now going to look to throw. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Commander's first down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand. So it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again is Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
His kick is good. And the Commanders will cut the lead down to 4.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Love. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Packers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A good play action with Love. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. That's hauled in once again. It's Ayuk. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. They run on the jet sweep, and this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown Packers. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Daniels now on first down. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
2nd and 7. Here's Daniels. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Everett. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still second down.
Throwing again. Daniel. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Daniels going to throw again. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They look to run with Jones. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. The Packers have it. Talk about a big swing there. The offense was driving, had it in the red zone, looking to score. Not only does the defense stop them, Greg, they get the ball back, and they improve the field position with a nice fumble return.
And what a change of events. You find yourself defending your own side of the field, and next thing you know, you scoop. For a minute, it looked like there was going to be a score, but either way, after running out of gas, he sets his offense up in a great situation.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is 2nd down and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Commanders. That his second touchdown tonight. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Motion man is Rice. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful two-point conversion.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown. But now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
A 2nd down throw for Love. It's complete to Evans. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's caught. It's Evans. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. 1st down, Packers.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive. Try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On play action, Love. He runs with it.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll run again. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Love. He'll take off again. And it will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. So let's check out this call. Throwing on second down, Love. High throw, but it's reeled in. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
We'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb.
I think the decision of whether or not you kick the field goal or keep your offense on the field, Mike, comes down to, do you have a play on your call sheet you love? Do you have a critical down, fourth down play that you know is going to work? Because if you do, now's the time to dial it up, be aggressive, and extend this drive.
They only need a yard, and it's fourth down. They'll try it now with Chubb. And he's going to have a Packers, and he's going to have the Chargers.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Back to throw is Love. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Throwing is Love. Now and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Green Bay. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. team's ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. He's got his receiver. It's Jones.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
To the air again is Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He was looking for Austin Eckler out of the backfield. 3rd down coming up.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the 1st down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. That pass taken in by McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's to the right side and incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Defense has a chance to all but end this game, but they can't secure the interception, and now the offense has new life. But is there enough time? Do they have enough opportunities still to find themselves in position to go try to pull this one out?
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can before third down. They'll put Everett in motion here. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. This crowd doing everything they can before third and goal. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession. So they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Point after try forthcoming. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. He's to midfield.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens. But we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now give to Chubb, running right. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark. Should be enough to put this one on ice. Third and 9. victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win for the Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.